Detroit Den 313, Detroit Lions fans, back with another episode. Will here, pumped up. It's Cowboy Lions morning. Getting ready for that game going on out there in Dallas, man, where we put B to A. If you guys don't know what that means, look it up. It's going to be the Lions putting B to A today out there in Dallas. I'm pumped for that. And I have a bunch of huge news that is going to be released on this episode. Some of it involving that little baby right there, and some other huge news. There's some big things going on for Detroit Den 313, and I'm excited to announce it. I was talking about it last night with the missus, man, and we were kind of debating: do I release it today in an episode right before the game that I know that a lot of people probably aren't gonna see because everybody's gonna be locked in. The games are starting. The 1 o'clock games are starting in a few hours. And then the Lions will be playing at 4. How many people will this really reach? Well, I think it's going to definitely reach our true blues, our loyal followers of Detroit Den 313. So those are the ones that I would ultimately be trying to reward first. Now I'm trying to reward everybody. That is the how we are at Detroit Den 313. Always trying to give back when we make a little bit of something from the channel. We always try to give back and drive back into the channel, man. So stay tuned to the end of this thing. We're going to talk about some things that our subscribers and members for sure can be rewarded from. Now, moving into some business. Earlier this week, I did an episode on Demo. I was pumped about it then, and I'm even more pumped now. The Lions have extended David Montgomery for 2 seasons. Numbers are looking like 18, it's worth 18 million, 10.5 million guaranteed, locks him up until 2027. Why does that excite me even more? Because now the Detroit Lions will have the running back tandem of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery until 2027 at a minimum. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to be locked up. Sonic and Knuckles are going to be locked up until 2027. That brings me a joy that I have a hard time describing with words. Listen, the that should be keeping defensive coordinators up at night, if you know what I mean. So pump for that. Another thing that I feel like is really pertinent news, and I'll explain why in a second, but Isaac Uku out of Ole Miss, activated off the practice squad, and I feel like this is a big deal. Some people might not feel like this is as big of a deal, but he showed me a lot through the preseason. He showed me an ability to rush the passer. He showed me strength. He showed me athleticism. He showed me an ability to be able to win one-on-one matchups. I'm excited for this to get inserted into our lineup. I think that he is a guy who is going to immediately impact football games. Now, is he going to be like my man right here? Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. But he's a guy who can make a few plays throughout a game. He's a guy that you're going to have to account for. He is a guy who is, to me, from what I've seen already, a better player and a better fit for the Detroit Lions than a guy like James Houston. I'm sorry. I know that there's some big time James Houston fans out there. I'm not trying to throw shade at James Houston. I just feel the way that I feel based upon the evidence that I've seen on film. That's it, right? James Houston, this season, let's just talk about this season. In his snaps, I've seen no impact. That goes from preseason all the way into the regular season. When I see him out there as in comparison to what I see out of Isaac, I see Isaac impacting. I see him getting pressures. I see him having a harder time being blocked, right, by these offensive linemen. I'm excited for Isaac to get out there. I think that he instantly impacts the pass rush situation, especially with us losing Marcus Davenport. He'll be a piece that they'll be looking for to assist. So Isaac, good luck to you today. I hope you ball out, go get a sack. So the big news, the big news. Man, I've been trying to work a way to get a sponsor to assist with us getting things to give back to the channel, right? And I've secured one. I finally secured one. I finally got some things down, right? We've talked about some things, but I finally got some things down. to lock that in. So moving forward, this channel will have a sponsor, especially for my giveaways, right? My giveaways, and I say my giveaways. Let me backtrack. So on our channel, right? On our channel, we have some social media pages. The Twitter page is something that's really big. The Detroit Den 313 Twitter page. Now, full transparency, I am not in any control of the Twitter page, right? That's Steve takes care of the Twitter page. And he kind of handles it like his personal page. Like you're not gonna see just Detroit Lions stuff on there. You're gonna see all types of stuff, like personal stuff, stuff going on with the Tigers, so be it, or whatever. And I'm cool with that. It is what it is. But there's been a few people or a few things that have been said that it's been kind of came back to me on my Twitter page or just in conversations about, oh man, I seen you tweeted this or that or whatever. I don't tweet anything out on the Detroit Den 313. That is why I link my personal Twitter page. I use my personal Twitter page. I don't have the info logins to the Detroit Den 313. I don't tweet stuff out. Though those aren't my thoughts and ideals that are going out on there. So just trying to clarify that. If you want to get a hold of me, or moving forward for the giveaways that are given out on solo shows, right? So if I do a solo show, right, that's how you'll tap in. So moving forward, what's going on today? Right, my man Hutch, if the Detroit Lions beat those Cowboys today, beat those Cowgirls, if they take that beat today, right, if they take that belt to ass today, right, on those Cowboys like I expect them to do, I will get on and I will give away that Hutch jersey. How do you tap in? You tap in by following the Twitter page, right? Making sure that you also follow the Detroit Den 313 Twitter page, and you obviously are subscribed to the YouTube channel. So that's all you got to do. Go to my Twitter page, send me a DM, say, hey, I'm following Detroit Den 313. I'm following your personal Twitter handle, which is right here linked, and I'm a member, you don't got to be a member, but I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel. I like to get that Hutch jersey on the victory, right? So you do that. I'll make sure that you are in the drawing, and then on my Monday show after the game, I'll pick somebody, I'll pick a winner, and you'll get that Hutch jersey sent out to you. It's just that simple, man. It's just that simple. And there's gonna be more. Like I said, I'm not gonna give the information yet because we're still working down, like putting some stuff down on paper and signing some stuff, but it's secured. I got the handshake. So at a minimum for the rest of this season, I'm gonna have some stuff to give away. So be ready to tap in. Now, that said, let's talk about this game real quick. I would be remiss if I didn't get on here and talk about Cowboys Lions and how I feel. There was a game day show put out already, so I'm not gonna go super in depth with craziness or whatever. But how am I feeling going into this game that's gonna be here in a few hours? Right here in a few hours. I think that the Lions should take care of business today. I'm looking for the Lions to be dominant. We're facing a Dallas Cowboys team that is banged up, man. Banged up. I believe Tyler Guyton is playing. Cowboys young offensive lineman, but he's banged up. Deron Bland banged up. Trevon Diggs banged up. These are guys that could be playing, but they're banged up. Bland might be coming back. He's not going to be 100% if he does. And then their two main dogs off this D line, Lawrence and Micah Parsons, are out, right? Lawrence is on the IR. Micah Parsons has opted to stay away from my man Penei Sewell. Yeah, that was probably a good move. I don't think you wanted to smoke with him if you were 100%. So if you're not 100%, yeah, maybe that was the good move. But I will say this: I bet if Lawrence Taylor had an opportunity to play against one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL, I bet he would have showed up if his little ankle was bothering him. I bet he would have did that. But that's another story. You guys know, if you're true blues of this channel, how I feel about Micah Parsons. Talks a big game, but apparently doesn't show up when it's time to take care of business and battle against the best of the best. So there's that. But I expect the Detroit Lions to be able to take care of business. We just took care of some major business again with Demo, and getting him paid accordingly to his ability and what he's been doing out there on the football field. And I'm not surprised with Sheila, Brad, and Dan Campbell, how they take care of business. If you're producing, that they take care of you, that's something that they believe in. But I'm expecting to see him take care of business today. I'm expecting to see this rushing game and Gibbs and this offensive line take care of business. Frank Ragnow should be out there. He had the partial torn pec, but you know he's a warrior. He got a bye week to kind of heal up and get his stuff together, and he'll be out there. This offensive line will be solid, and I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just push these guys around, and then that's going to open up an opportunity for Jared Goff to let that fly. I'm looking for the Lions offense to be absolutely dominant today. Ben, you've had a little bit of a roller coaster this season. Let's get some momentum and take this in and through the rest of the season. Defensively, I'm looking for this D line to be pinning their ears back. I'm looking for this guy right here to get him a couple of sacks. Maybe Isaac Uku in his first NFL start. Maybe he puts a sack out there. I'm looking for lots of opportunities for sacks today because the Dallas Cowboys have little to zero run game. So they don't have a run game that I'm worried about at all. Rico, the corpse of Ezekiel Elliott, like I'm not worried about this run game. So Detroit Lions defense should look good today. Offense should look good today. We should absolutely dominate those Dallas Cowboys. And then you guys should be tapping in to the Twitter page to get you your Aiden Hutchinson jersey. That's all I got for today's episode. I will most definitely be back with another one, as well as I'll be back with more information on our sponsor. There's going to be some things and some information put out on that, but I just wanted to get that information to you right now, hot off the presses. Locked up a sponsor, and there's going to be some good stuff coming out to you guys. That's it, guys. Peace.